Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's Get My Goat, where basically us comedians get together and we talk about things that simply piss us off. Our panelists this week, we have got Dee Maxwell. How are you, Dee?
Close to a breakdown, ready to phone the Samaritans, just about to jump in the overflowing bum. But apart from that, okay.
Well, thank fuck you've got us here. Do you know what I mean? Because we get to Save D campaign. Do you know what I mean? Get My Goat is the Save D campaign. And would you like to tell everyone where you're at?
Well, everyone thinks I'm from Glasgow, but I'm from Ayrshire.
All right, okay, lovely. So it needs to be reminded, even every week. You know what I mean? We've also got Lily Phillips. Lily, how are you?
I'm very good. I'm very tired because I did an actual gig last night and I'd forgotten how to do comedy. So now I'm exhausted and I'm going to quit, I think.
Actual gig? I wouldn't know what one of them is because I think I'm a gardener now. Do you know what I mean? I haven't done comedy for so long. It's unbelievable.
I know. Everyone was forgetting their punchlines. It was so funny.
I bet it's funny to watch other comics go, well, even I fucking know this bit. You know what I mean? Because I've worked with them so many times. Whereabouts are you?
I'm in London now. I've just got back from Wales, so thank God I'm back here.
Really? Whereabouts in Wales?
I was in North Wales for 3 weeks at my boyfriend's mum's house, and it rained every second of every day. So.
Oh, really? So you sounded like you had an amazing time then?
It was picturesque, beautiful, got a tan.
Oh, perfect. Well, so there's plenty of sunbeds in North Wales then, by the sounds of it. Exactly. Mel from Benidorm has opened loads of shops there. You know what I mean? So, welcome everybody. Basically, we're going to talk about everything that pisses us off. If there's anything that pisses you off, feel free to comment. And we're going to move on to the first one, which is Dee's. What gets Dee's goat, which is working under pressure, Dee.
Well, what happened was I decided to get a new car and I decided to move house. Right. And all that time I'm thinking, I'm on furlough. I'm fine, you know? So my car gets held up and my house gets held up. So within a fortnight, I get my entry date, and I also get a phone call from my boss to say, you need to come back to work now.
Bloody hell. That is a hell of a lot of pressure, isn't it?
And we went back to work, and obviously the place is manic because everybody's trying to escape COVID and go to a hotel together, right? So they're trying to go in there, and then they're coming in there, and golfers are there, and the majority of people are lovely, but I don't really know golf. I just know the only time I've ever used a golf stick is actually to crack somebody over the fucking head. You know what I mean? So I have no idea what the fucking purpose it has.
Good advice for the hotel.
Because I love out like this.
But this wee girl came in and I was under stress and it just was out my mouth before I said it, and I was handing over and she says, can we get a couple of golf clubs? And I was like, well, I don't know. Let me go and ask somebody else that probably doesn't know so I can run about like a headless chicken and cry. So I get in the back and I says, can they use golf clubs? Can we give them? Yeah, well, just give them a couple anyway. So I gives them the golf club, and because I'm really stressed out my box, so I goes like to the wee girl, I didn't know if you could get them because, I mean, I've only ever used them as weapons.
And then you were fired.
You and never said that.
As a police officer.
And a member's got, oh my God, Christ on a bike. So basically, the reason you've come on the show this week, Dee, is literally therapy. So thank fuck, like I said earlier on, thank fuck we're here.
I love that these couples are going for like a romantic weekend and there's just Dee holding a golf club.
I'm not in fucking love, Polly. I'm not in fucking love. I'm not getting a massage. I'm not getting pumped. And here's me fucking Davina and Davey. Oh, we're just trying for a couple's massage.
Fuck them.
Hang on, let me get this straight, Dee, right? So there was basically just couples going to golf clubs, and they were after a golf club, a golf stick, as you call it. it makes you wonder what they were actually going to do with the golf stick. Do you know what I mean? If they weren't going to be playing golf.
There's a full golf course there. I've no idea what its fucking purpose is. And I actually hate working golf. My boss is going to be on here going, oh, for fuck's sake, fuck. Because my boss watches it, and I just like, I have to de-stress somewhere, mate. And this guy said to me today, he said, I'm really sorry, I don't know this, and, you know, I'm just trying to get to know the golf side. I'm spa, I can try and help you. I said, I hope that's all right. He says, well, it's not all right. It'll just have to be okay.
Winds me up that.
I like Danny's idea that the golf club is just a front for people using golf clubs to stick up their orifices. Is that what you're saying?
That's probably what they were doing. I mean, it depends how much antibacterial they were putting on their hands as well, as they were actually asking for the golf club.
And if they ask for a condom as well, you know.
Yeah.
People are going up and being so inconsiderate and just doing what they normally do. We're backing everything, and they're fucking get up the fucking banisters, and they're holding it all the way up while wee Betty talks to wee Senga. And I'm just thinking, I'm going to have to go and fucking clean that again. Stop touching shit.
Yeah, I know.
Licking the walls.
Listen, I'm very sympathetic as I started going back to the gym, and whenever I've done sit-ups on the mat or plank or anything, I spray it down and I wipe it because I'm...
Fuck you, Danny. Fuck you, Danny. We don't have fucking gyms. We don't know what you're fucking talking about. Nicola, don't shut the gym.
Is this another go at Nicola? Fucking hell.
Is she on your listy of things that you are pissed off about? You're not allowed to talk about her.
We're both Ayrshire lassies. Me and Nicola are for the same area, same schemes, no? Right? We were brought up in the Bronx, me and her knick-knack. Know what I mean? And she knows that us psychopaths need the fucking gym. She's said in Irvine. Irvine's not a calm place. Irvine has psychopaths like me.
Yeah, she should completely understand that a gym stops people from committing crimes like being violent, so they can take it out on a punch bag or take it out on weights or take it out on anything else. So Lily, working under pressure, how does that get your goat, or doesn't it get your goat?
It doesn't. But before I say that, I've just realised this looks like it's my tit and it's my knee, and I just want to clarify that.
Wait to see the full leg then.
So
I don't want to show you. It's really hairy.
I'm getting quite confused of which way it would be going, if I'm honest with you. Fucking hell.
I don't know why I stroked it like that. Like it was my baby.
I'm sure the people from my page that have tuned in will love that, Lily. Your followers have just went up.
So basically, this is like if you can't get work as a comedian, she wants work at the circus as a contortionist. Do you know what I mean? She's showing off her contortion skills, and she basically wants work.
And I'll do nudes. Anything people want, I'm there just for the cash.
Listen, I'm the same. We're all desperate. You know what I mean? You've got
none of us are wearing trousers right now. They don't.
I'm not going to lie, but you know, each to their own. So there we go. Right. So we've working under pressure. Have we covered that one yet with you, Lily? Have you said?
I don't mind it. I think that pressure's particularly, that's got a lot going on. What Dee's talking about, but general pressure. Like I need pressure. Like this whole lockdown, 5 months, I didn't write a line of stand up, and then I had a gig yesterday, and I wrote that morning. Yeah, I just needed the deadline. I needed that weight of pressure on me to actually do some fucking work. So
yeah, to be honest, I'm the same. If I've got if someone says to me, right, you need to do this, I generally do it. But otherwise, if someone tells me not to do something, I'll just sit on my Xbox all day. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm a lazy bastard. But it depends, like you say, what type of pressure we're talking about. Let's go back to Lily then, and we are going to talk about. When they don't tell you how someone died in the news. Oh my God, I'm with you on this one.
It's so infuriating. Like
it is.
Don't tell us that they're dead then if you don't have all the information. I don't want to know that someone has died and I haven't got why they died, especially like if they're young. Obviously, if they're old, I'm going to assume coronavirus right now. But now I want to know everything. I want to know what they ate that day. I want to know time of death. I want to know what they were wearing, who was in the house. I want like a detective's like sheet about it. I hate it when they're like, so and so died. They haven't released the cause of death. Well, I don't give a fuck then. Don't tell me.
What they media forgets is that we're all nosy bastards. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what the worst thing I do, right, is I'll read something about someone, like a celebrity, and I'm sat there having a glass of wine and I'm going, oh my God, so-and-so's died. And I'll go, I wonder if they drunk too much. And then I start panicking because I'm having a drink. You know what I mean? I don't know, like things.
Yeah, like we need to prepare. Like if it's someone near our age, like we want to know what we should be avoiding.
Especially, oh my God, do you know where I had I remember someone said to me, oh, you need to be careful at 27, because I was going out partying all the time. You know what I mean? Well, I suppose I still do. I'm 33 now. Do you know what I mean?
But you can't 27.
I look the same now as I will when I'm 70. That's what happens when you're bald. Do you know what I mean? But I was going out all the time. And then people were saying to me, oh, you need to be careful of the age 27, because apparently there was a few stars who died at 27. But I was clearly not doing anything nowhere near. I was drinking fucking fruit shoots compared to what they were doing. Do you know what I mean?
No, I don't.
Because I look at the news articles all the time. I now get Facebook alerts on Facebook. They always tell me when someone's died because they know I want to know because I'm sick.
Are you are you a young version of someone's nana who just reads the paper just for the deaths?
Yeah, I literally scan it and just be like, who's dead? And if they don't tell me why, I just want to kick off.
Oh, D, what's your...
You're not fucking right in the head.
We should have been forensic officers, shouldn't we, Lily, to be honest?
Yeah.
I used to actually, my mum's one of those arseholes that needs to know everybody's business. You know, I go in and I get annoyed and she's like, oh, I think such... Shut up, I'm not telling you nothing. Ask somebody else. Right, that's what I'm like. My mum, I actually withhold information from my mum because she annoys me how fucking nosy she is. So we used to go down the street when we were younger and we would spend there's 5 deaths up, there's 5 deaths up in the window. Fucking get to Tesco's, I'm starving. I'm not giving a fuck who's dead. And also, my family will tell you, well, the fucking select few that I speak to in my family. But, you know, I don't go to funerals either. My mum's like, but he was your uncle. I don't give a fuck. He gave me like £2 my whole life. I'm not going to stand there while I feel awkward about all these cunts crying for somebody I don't even fucking know.
So your decision about funerals is how much money that person who's dead has given you throughout?
My decision about funerals is how much I actually like the person and have to go.
Do you know what? There's a guy who died recently and no one liked him. And his funeral was packed, and the only reason they were there was to make sure that he was dead. How fucking terrible is that?
No, there's an old guy. There's an old guy in my town that was an absolute, complete, and utter horrible cunt all the fucking time. He used to get around with his dog and take tax discs and all that, and take the numbers and grasp people into the social work. He made it his job. And I swear to God, when that guy dies, I'm going to his funeral to go, yes!
Oh, brilliant.
I'm 100%.
There are people that are opposite to you, Dee, and they love funerals, and they I like reading about deaths, but I don't need to go to the funeral to prove my point.
That was enough.
And they think that they were really close to them because they really want to go, and they're addicted to that grief and sadness.
And I actually compare the sandwiches in the buffet at them, going, oh, I mean, Tam was a lovely boy, but Ken, that buffet that Anne put on for him, no, wasn't enough.
Yeah, they always have to have some criticism. And have you noticed, right? They always say, oh, he had a lovely send-off. No one ever says, oh, they had a terrible send-off. You should have seen it. She fell out of the coffin. Her arm hit Marion as it was coming down. You know what I mean? You never hear anyone say it.
And they never say, this person was a bit of a cunt. They never say that. I'm a bit of a cunt sometimes. I want them to say, sometimes she pissed me off.
I remember sitting at someone's funeral. I remember sitting at a family member's funeral, right? And they said this thing about taking all the grandchildren down to the burn. And I said dead loudly to my sister, I says, we must have not got that fucking invite. And my mum was like that. Shut up! I'm like, we're not sitting here. And that was the last funeral that my mum made me go because I laughed through it and I went, aye, that'll be fucking right. She was an arsehole. And my mum was like, no, you never need to go to another funeral that you don't like.
Yeah, fair enough. Have you ever been to someone else's funeral, accident? A mate of mine rang me once. He said, when I was living in Torquay at the time, he said, I'm at the so-and-so hotel. Come and meet us there. I turn up, he's at the fucking funeral, right? And the woman who died, her son comes up to me and says, oh, did you know me, mum, then? I was like, oh, yeah, she was a lovely woman. My condolences. why the fuck have you told me to come here? It's a funeral. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
I didn't think to mention that. Did you do it on purpose? Had you been mean to him or something?
I was just, well, what do you say? Do you not say, oh, no, sorry, love, I've just gate crashed your fucking... Sorry, mate, I've just gate crashed your mum's funeral, you know? But I tell you what else as well at funerals. I've done my granddad loved his whiskey, so I done a toast for him. And I said, hi, everyone. I said, you know, this is for my granddad, Arthur. He loved his whiskey, so this is to Arthur. So they all raised the glasses and says to Arthur. And as I was raising my glass, I thought, we're raising my glass to my granddad because he loved his whiskey. And it made me think, if you fast forward a funeral to 40 years' time, do you reckon it will go like this? Now, we all know Stevie loved his MDMA. Putting nanas in the corner off her tits. You know what I mean?
Right, my funeral's going to be brilliant. They're going to go, do you know how Dee used to, before she straightened herself up, walk about like a mosque chemist? Well... I used to say to my mum said, do you deal drugs? I went, no, I'm a drugs dispenser.
Yeah, I'm a self-vending machine, mother. Do you know what I mean? That doesn't happen to be legal. Yeah. Do you know what my mum said to me before? She says to me, I was about 18 and she knew a few of my mates were doing a little bit of...
That's my sister.
Hiya, Shell. All right. Shell, Bren, evening. My mum says to us, she said, don't you be going out and taking drugs because you can't afford it. I'm like, oh, fucking bollocks to me health then. Do you know what I mean? As soon as I become a millionaire, fucking sniff away, son. Off you go. Get mountains of the stuff. You know? It's like they're unbelievable mums, aren't they?
You can't afford that stuff. I've told you, don't buy anything you can't afford. Once you can afford a gram, well, who am I to hold you back?
Right, anyway, swiftly moving on. Let's go back to one of yours, Dee. Rude people. They piss me off and all.
See, the funny thing is, I say that as my daytime customer services, Denise. And then I think, I've made a fucking living being a rude bastard. I've made a living out of fucking terrorising people through words. You know what I mean? But I hate that whole, you know, I've always got a smiley face on at my work. I might go in the back office and I might be right rude to the rest of the staff, but I'm always so nice and so pleasant and helpful because I think there's nothing worse than to go somewhere and it's got this beautiful ambience and then there's somebody at the desk going, can I help you?
Yeah, because they don't want to help.
Nothing worse. So see when I project that beautifulness and I get a hot way. What, we need to sign in again? What, we need to put my name in again? No, hen, they made all these rules so that you could come in a fucking bad mood and just say you didn't want to give my name. So you can just go up the stair to save you shouting and signing something that every other bastard needs to do.
Fucking hell. See, this is what I planned on doing, hosting this, try to raise Dee's blood pressure, and I think it's working because it's normally me that kicks off about stuff. Do you know what I mean? But this is awesome. Lily,
see, what's the name of this hotel? I'm probably going to come there with my boyfriend and have a really relaxing time.
I need to get kept in a job, and apart from me, everybody else is shite, right? But let them roll with it, right? I'm the star at that place. But I work at the Gwedo Country Club and Spa with a golf course, Dali, or golf. Fucking don't even say the right name. It's a country club with a golf course called Gwedo. It's in Langbank. They've got alpacas there, and they've got owls.
Alpacas?
But I work part-time, so try and come in the days I'm no in because I can't be fucked for that big queue.
Great. That's such
but
an
it's a lovely hotel, and it's got lovely therapists, and it's got lovely spa reception. James Anderson, he's one of the managers. He's a bit of, an acquired taste, but apart from him, everybody's all right.
I love the way you've just openly said about the manager. That's fucking
full name.
You know what I mean?
But you know what I love him? See, before I went back, I sent in the group chat going, it's okay, guys. All these guys have been working their arse off, but working 4 jobs and been back for like a few months, like helping the NHS because they take in like frontline workers when we were closed. So a lot of them were still working through it. So I'm in the group chat, not been there for months. Like, it's all right, the place won't fall down. I'm coming back, guys. And they just laugh at me. But then I said my boss Amanda, right? Amanda's lovely, but she see when she's in a mood, her face just fucking tells the whole picture, man. And folk will go, aye, but you should see the way she looked at me. I says, I test her face first thing in the morning and see if it looks like that. I just don't look at her for the rest of the day. It's easily done.
It puts you in a bad mood.
She's immensely under pressure. I sent her that video. I was going, you know, I'm back to my work today, and you know, it was dead emotional. I mean, Amanda broke down crying when she seen me, and she thought, that's it, there's your seat, sit down. And Paula just was like, that's it, I think it'll be fine, she's back. I says, no, we are the dream team, but just be assured, once I'm big and famous, it won't be the dream team anymore because I won't be there, guys. That's the video I sent to my bosses.
Oh, brilliant. I love that. I love the way you've listed every single member of staff at that hotel. So whenever I go there, I'm going to be like, right, where's so-and-so? Where's the one with the bitch face? Because I don't want to fucking speak to her. I want the nice person, and I want to go.
But the thing is, Amanda's lovely.
Hi, Chris.
She just likes it done a certain way, and if you don't do it, our words might not tell you, but our fucking face will.
Yeah.
You know what
Well, there you go. Actions speak louder than words sometimes. So, Lily, what are your views on rude people then?
I'm lovely, obviously. I just hate confrontation. So someone can be like as rude as fuck to me, or do like give me a really bad haircut, or serve me like a piece of shit at a restaurant, and I'll never say anything. I'll just be like, "Thank you so much. I love you. Give me more of this crap."
Ah,
I can't help myself. I think I'm in the same frame.
Someone cut my hair once like this. Like one of it was here, one was there, and I just like was like, "Thank you so much. I love it." She's like, "Do you love it?" I was like, "Ah." And then I went back to another hairdresser, and I was like, "I don't know if it's me, but I feel like this side is much longer than the other." And she was like, "Oh my god, was she drunk when she cut your hair?" I was like,
I actually got sponsors for my hair, Lily, and they were terrified to do my hair because I had the same hairdresser for 17 years.
Wow.
And they knew my hair, and I swear, what I always said, it was from my American friend, right? But my friend always says, if you took a pair of pink shoes home, right, and you opened the box and they were blue, would you take them back?
Probably not.
You're a fucking asshole, Lily.
No, I would. If I'm not happy with something,
I'm a fucking pussy.
You know what I do? If I'm not happy with something, I put it on fucking Twitter. If I'm trying to get through to someone and they're answering the phone, fucking I slate them on Twitter straight away in inbox. Is everything all right, Danny? I've just seen your tweet. Well, it fucking wasn't an hour ago when I was trying to get through to you on the phone. Do you know what I mean? And then you cut me off after.
See how I bought my car? And it was taking so long. I found out that Parks found out that, because obviously it was my real name, it was on the thingy. Parks found out that this person in this name was actually D Maxwell, and they took an extra week to check my car over before they gave me it.
Really?
Because I've been on these before. The last finance company that robbed me blind them, I named them. I gave them the name. I read out the replies about them not fixing anything, and now everybody's like, "You're fucking giving her something. Make sure it's working, man."
That's so funny. So Janet Moore's just wrote, "You can tell Lily's not Scottish."
There's fucking Danny.
See, I'm sort of.
How could you tell?
Right? Fucking Lily. Sometimes I can see her face, bless her. She's just going.
I just don't know what's happening. I'm really trying, guys.
Oh,
Lily, Esther did learn how to speak fluent Scottish, and so will you, darling. Just stick in with us.
Just
well, my
with
boyfriend's dad was from the Gorbal.
This, isn't it, Lil?
Huh?
What did you say there, Danny?
This is your only second show doing this. So eventually, the more you work with me, the more you. I understood you straight away, because obviously I wouldn't like this. I'm sort of like obviously Hartlepool, then there's Newcastle, Berwick. Then you're sort of on the border of Scotland.
You're actually Scottish, but England stole you.
I'm a wannabe. Oh, did you see that fucking thing on Facebook? I think you shared it, D, about it was a sign, wasn't it? There was a Scottish sign. And then what was it? What was the post?
We'd cut our grass up to the sign, and we'd cut your own fucking grass.
Oh, I thought that was brilliant.
It was in the middle of lockdown, and they were obviously having a laugh, and they've cut the grass right up to the border, and then put a Scottish sign saying, "Aye, cut your own fucking grass."
Yeah, that's brilliant. Which brings me on to one of mine, actually, which is people who try to outdo each other, which is one of the things that sort of gets my goat. And I tell you one particular thing that happened to me. I was in Las Vegas, right, and I jumped off the Strat, which is like the highest building in Las Vegas, but it was on a bungee. Now I'm scared of heights, so it was a big deal for me. You know what I mean? I was doing it to get over my fear of heights, and I'd done it. And anyway, the next night, me and Amy ate in the restaurant, because you can eat in the restaurant. There's like a revolving restaurant at the top of the Strat. And as we're going up in the lift, there's this guy, and he's you know, he's one of these sort of, he's very confident man. You know, he's saying, "Hi everybody, welcome to the Strat in Las Vegas. Yeah, I'm sure you may have been before." And because I was so proud of myself, because I jumped off the Strat, I went, "Oh yeah, mate, I jumped off of you yesterday." He was like, yeah, well, I jumped off this like 10 times and I've done 100 skydives. I said, "All right, mate, you win. Fuck off." Do you know what I mean? They wind me up, those people. You know, it's like everything's a competition to them, isn't it? You know, do you ever get that, Dee?
Yeah, see, the thing is, I have a family like that. I have certain family members that don't go, and they don't say this is why they don't go. And now I'm going to create another family argument amongst the people that are left in my little circle. But anyway, we'll go with it. But yeah, they actually fight, and then they argue, and then they'll say get bigger. I remember one time I was standing, and I had a black Mac jacket from Primark, and my cousin had like another Mac, and it was quite expensive, and she doesn't even think when she's saying it. And somebody said, "Oh, that's beautiful. That's a lovely Mac. Where did you get it?" And she went, "Mine was from wherever it was from." As much as, how can you think her Mac's nicer than mine when hers is from Primark? I thought, you're so lucky you're my cousin, because I'd have punched somebody's fucking head off for that. You know, and then sometimes they'll do things like, I'll see one cousin bought their child this thing like £400, but then the other cousin will go and buy the thing in the new limited edition, but she's got limited edition. Oh, I know yours.
Tell Jackie Clarkson to fuck off, because she said, "Can I have a shout out or a fuck off?"
Fuck off, Jackie.
Are you happy now, Jackie? There you go. It's major evening. Dee's told you to fuck off. Go on, carry on with what you were saying about the kids.
No, you know, I don't do competitive, and it's so much so that my house looks like I've never lived in it for 7 years, because I've never really did the whole carpets things up the stair, because I wanted to go to Italy and I wanted to go to Australia. My mum was very much, "That's a £600 carpet." You know, very much, "That's a pay." "Oh, you can how much, David?" £90. Do you know what I mean? And I'm just like, fuck off. I'm in competition with that.
It's actually Charlotte Small. If you've been to Tenerife, they've been to 11 Reef. It is true, isn't it? You know, the thing is, I think these people who have that mentality are people who are no good at having fun, because these people, what they have to do is they have to find a way to show off, whereas we can talk, we can be social with people, we can have a laugh with people. These people can't, so we don't have to brag about what we want. Do you know what I mean? These people have to make sure, like a mate of mine, right? I went round his house, and he was there was a few of the lads round, and he bought this Rolex for £7,000, right? And he was saying to everyone, "Yeah, look at my Rolex, £7,000. I went, "Yeah, but mate, your house is still a fucking shithole." I said, "You need new wallpaper, you need new fucking carpets." I said, "But you go and spend your money on a Rolex." Oh, the lads were pissed. They were like, "Fucking hell, Dan, why did you say that to him?" I'm like, "Because he's bragging about the one thing. Ask someone the fucking time instead of paying £7,000.
I would have went and fucking paid £7,000 for a fucking holiday before I'd have paid for a carpet in my stairs.
Yeah, exactly. It's unbelievable, isn't it? What are your views on this then, Lily?
Well, not so much to do with money, but like during lockdown, how productive people have been, and that really fucks me off when they try and outdo you about that. And I was like, I've been depressed the whole time, just like fuck off. And I like did some sewing, like I made just some face masks, like literally because we couldn't order any, like at the beginning, like you couldn't get hold of any. So I just made some like really shitty ones, like out of some like t-shirts and just like shoelaces. And then I said to my friend's girlfriend, like, "Oh, I've been doing some sewing." She was like, "Oh my god, me too." And she was wearing this amazing patchwork denim jacket. She was like, "Yeah, I made this."
Yeah.
I just hate you. It was the most amazing thing. She'd never done any sewing before, and it had like, it was like you buy that like, anywhere. It was, how did she do it? What a bitch.
I self-taught myself. I don't tell folk because she's all slagged me because my content and I talk about shagging, but I self-taught myself.
You can shag.
You self-taught yourself what?
Crochet.
Crochet? Croquet or crochet?
Crochet.
What's that?
Thanks, Jackie.
It's like knitting, but it's a crochet with one hook. It's a thing with. I've made blankets and hats and cardigans and teddies and.
Oh my God, show us.
So you knit.
I haven't got, because I'm packing my house, but what I'll do is when I move into my house, I'll send you. Do you know what I mean?
Right, so Dee is going to do a video for all of her fans doing they must have seen you do it before, have they?
Yes.
Why don't you do it naked?
My screen's went away. Wait, that's me.
I feel like what gets my goat now turned into this morning. Do you know what I mean? So welcome back. We're going to go over now to D Maxwell, who's going to do a wee bit of crochet for us now. Because they always have people on there, don't they, on this morning who do like all these different.
No, but listen, guys. If I could teach you anything about crochet, is to persevere. Now, there's a tight knot, there's a slack knot, there's a tight one, and it's small thing. Just start with small granny squares and work yourself into a beautiful cover.
It sounds really boring.
It's boring as shit, but you know what it is? It's therapeutic, and I would have never believed that shit. But I've made and see, like my wee nephew, that was my great nephew, and my big sister's tune there. See sitting doing his wee shawl for him being born, you know what I mean, and then seeing him all cozied up in it. I didn't have the same delight with my cousin Angie's Matthew's boy. I made him a dead intricate, fancy one, right? And I swear to God, I used to look at that beautiful pram cover in his pram that I took months to do, that I'd unstitched and fucking done. And I used to see the wee guy all comfy in it, and I still looked at it disgust, thinking, you've been ripped up and kicked about a living room 16,000 times. But that took me a big. But yeah, it's good. I love it. I'll show you once I've got a minute to do stuff. But it's all packed. Be sure I'm moving.
Okay, brilliant stuff.
We believe you.
Crochet. I didn't know what crochet was. You learn something every day. It's welcome to What Gets My Goat, which is also a very educational program, which also involves the F-bomb and the C-bomb. Okay, let's move on now to one of Lily's, which is small male actors.
So I just don't like being lied to, is my main point.
I think I get where you're going with this. I was like, shit, did I just say something really politically incorrect there before I moved on?
No, I know. As you read out, I was like, I really should have phrased that in a different way. No, it's when they're pretending to be a lot taller than they are, and they do those tricks. They put them on a box, or they're like leading lady as a baby. Anything that they do to try and make us believe that they're like 6'1", and then you're like, oh my God, I fancy him so much. And then you look them up, and they're like 5'7".
Yeah,
it's so wrong.
Would you like to elaborate on which particular actors?
I have a list.
Tom Cruise.
Oh, she's brought a fucking list with her as well. I love this.
I've looked it up. Tom Cruise, he's 5'7". Al Pacino, 5'7".
No.
Mark Wahlberg, 5'8".
Is he really?
Ted Bundy, 5'8". That's it. That's what I've got there.
Oh, that's it. So you research with people, and they're the only people.
I don't care how politically incorrect it is, or correct, or, as you know, Dee being the controversial. I don't date short people, and I'm not going to get fucking slated because I just say I won't date short people. What about their personality? I don't care. I'm not kissing somebody.
Like someone saying, I don't like blondes, I don't like bald people, I don't like people with black hair. You know what I mean? It makes no fucking. If that's what you don't like, it doesn't make you fucking baldest or.
I need them to be about 6'4" so they can just incline me.
How tall are you, Dee?
5'7".
5'7".
Quite tall.
So she's one of the actors that you don't like, Lily.
Oh, I hate you. Are you standing on a bar?
No, but people keep thinking I'm smaller because see, once the guys that have all watched me on this and watched me online, the most common thing people say to me is, "Oh my God, I can't believe how tall you are," because they think I'm small.
Yeah.
You know what? I done Panto, right? I done Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and the first day I went into rehearsals and I had a packet of sweets in my pocket. And the first one I met was one of the dwarfs. I've become good friends with her now. She's called Claire. She's a lovely girl. And anyway, we're chatting away. And I says to her, "Oh, would you like a sweet?" And she looked up at me and she said, "Are you taking the piss?" I said, "What do you mean?" I looked down and in my hand was a packet of fucking midget gems. I just thought, you couldn't make that up, could you? Do you know what I mean? But since that moment on, we've become friends. I know.
That's a beautiful story.
Beautiful story, isn't it? How people become friends
have you ever
by
watched
political incorrectness.
Yeah, by being horrible to other people.
Have you ever watched the Scottish wrestling ICW?
No.
What do you think, Dee?
I started watching that.
No.
You need to watch it, right? Because there's a guy in it, right? And he's short, right? And there's a guy called Grado, right? And there's this YouTube thing, I can't remember what it is, right? And he's obviously just, but he's a dead angry wee guy. He's been in Scott Squad and stuff like that as well, right? I can't mind his name, so I'm not going to say it in case I get it wrong. And Grado says, "Oh, shut up, you! It's not like," and he does this thing, and then "I'll rip your fucking head off." But see the way the guy does it, he looks so angry, and Grado, I'm kind of generally scared. But the stuff they do in this show, and they do this sketch as well where he pretends he's a wee boy for his dad and all, but it's hilarious. I can't remember his name, but you need to watch that. Not
I'll be wrestling anyway, so I'll get bang onto that.
Dustin Hoffman, he's a baby.
He's a baby. It's
a baby.
Justin Hoffman.
I'm just writing that down to add to my list.
The size of people. Okay, so small actors. Have we covered small actors, Dee? I think we'll move on to the next one. Okay. Okay, I'll give you one of mine then. Seeing someone at the supermarket, saying hello to them. Hiya, how are you? How are the kids? Yeah, great. How's your nana? Oh, she's lovely. She's struggling a bit, but she's getting there. Oh, lovely. Anyway, I've got to go. I'll see you later on. And then you fucking see them again when you're walking up the next aisle. You just don't know what to say to them, do you? It's just like, I feel like I've used up all my conversation when I bumped into the original moment. And then the second time, I mean, how do you guys deal with that situation? Do you nod?
I won't talk to them on the first meeting. No small talk. Yeah, I'll ignore. And then so I haven't seen them. So if they manage to make eye contact again, then I'll have to talk to them. But I'll generally just do everything to not speak to anyone.
Yeah, isn't that awful? Because sometimes I see someone I know and I'm like, do you know, I haven't got time. I've got to pretend I haven't seen them. Like, do you do that as well?
Yeah. I'm from London though.
User ignorant arseholes. I went to a wedding in London. I know that's a collective prejudice, but hey, it's
true. I'm living that truth.
I went to my Uncle Andrew's wedding in Essex, which already pissed me off because he spent the most of the night talking like a fucking, and not because English are wankers, but talking like an English wanker when he's Scottish. That's what we call an English wanker. Somebody goes down to England and talk English, but you've stayed there 2 weeks. You know what I mean? But he's at his wedding. Yeah, mate. Yeah, go on. Yeah, mate. And I'm walking down the street and I've never met a fucking bunch of fucking single one-track minded fucking I walk in this line and if anyone gets in my road, fuck you kind of attitude. See up here. See, we all talk to strangers and we hi. I smiled at a woman in fucking Essex and you think I was going to take her fucking head off?
Oh, mate, I tell you what, right? So my missus is from Essex, right? We live in Hartlepool now. Amy, when the first time she come to Hartlepool, she went into town on her own. She came back and she's got this big smile on her face. I went, everything all right, babe? She was like, oh my God, like 7 people said hello to me. I was like, well, yeah, it's normal up here. She was like,
yeah,
she couldn't believe it.
It's not normal in London. So anyone that does speak to you is trying to have sex with you or mug you like that. Those are the rules usually, or they're just like totally nuts because everybody is not talking to everyone. Like my boyfriend's Welsh and he hates it. And he's living in London now and he's made friends with everyone in all the shops around here, all our neighbours, like within, and I've lived here for like 32 years and haven't spoken to a single soul.
I feel the need if I want to sit and have a conversation to someone on the tube, now I'm going to be like, hiya, mate, you're right. I know you're 76, but like, I don't want to have sex with you. I just want to sort of have a conversation with you. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm a bit bored.
Just say that beforehand because that won't be weird.
Just say that beforehand and then you can have a conversation. So people, if you go to London, right, just tell them, I'm not going to mug you. I don't want to have sex with you. I just want a conversation. Then they'll think you're a bit fucking mental.
But you know what? Wait a minute. Let's just hold that, right? I go to Essex and I go, all right, mate, I'm not going to mug you. They're going to go, you fucking are, because you're hard Scottish and you eat your wings. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Buy me a fucking drink, you wee prick. right?
I'll just walk into a bar and go, see if you don't fucking talk to me, I'm going to fucking live up to my Scottish label and rip this joint.
That's lovely. We should talk more.
Yeah, because it sort of brings society together, doesn't it? You know what I mean?
I'm trying to get better. I'm trying with my boyfriend. He's and we might move to Wales, so I'll have to speak to people then.
Yeah. Just see Lisa doing him. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Just give me some chat. That's all you want, isn't it? You know what I mean? Or chat could be a euphemism for something else, if I'm honest with you.
Everybody, I don't even mind the not saying hello, but how hard is it to go when somebody goes like, how hard is it to go?
It's really hard, Dee.
I do get your point though, right, as well, because when I go out on my bike, I'll go on a long bike ride to Billingham back, and when I see other cyclists, I'm like, we sort of say hello to each other. It's quite nice, do you know what I mean? But then there was one time I was riding up a hill and I was struggling, and this bloke goes to me, he says, "Are you Melanie Simpson?" He goes to me, "Do you want to push, mate?" And I was like, "That's just unnecessary." Do you know what I mean? So I ignored it. And then he starts riding beside me. He went, "Fucking hell, mate, if you think that's a hill, I'd like to see you go up a fucking proper hill." I want to tell you what it is, mate. If you want to get competitive, we'll get off our bikes, we'll go into that field and we'll have a fucking wrestle if you want, because I bet your bottom dollar I'll fucking beat you at that. Do you know what I mean? And he shot himself and he went off. But I was trying to chase him, but I was so fucking knackered I couldn't catch him. You know what I mean? I was like, "You wanker.
You win."
Yeah. So he won anyway, but I just thought, why go out your way? Like, they're saying hello to people, and then there's going out your way to be an absolute dick. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's what people in London are more afraid of, as opposed to being friendly. Do you know what I mean?
Everyone is a dick in London. Everyone's horrible to each other.
Yeah, but what can you change that? Can you not just write to Sadiq Khan and say, "Sadiq, can you just tell everyone in London to stop being dicks to each other? Can you sort of put something right? Can you do a speech about dicks?" Well, not actual dicks. You know what I mean?
Yes, everyone walks around with their dicks out. I'm sure that would help them out.
It would make a prize. You know what I mean?
Talking point, you'd be like, "Nice dick. That's cool."
Oh, no one would ever say nice dick. They can maybe say, "Oh, that looks useful." But nobody ever says nice dick, do they? It's ugly,
I've had a compliment before when I've stood in the cubicle and my mates went to me, "Oh, nice cock," because he hadn't seen me cock before.
That's so sweet.
That's nice, isn't it?
You know what, Lily? See, when you and Esther come up to my wee beach house in Salkett, the first thing we'll do is we'll get our fannies out, okay? Beginning of the night.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Pair fannies. I'm into it.
Yeah, I mean, imagine with Esther. Esther would be like, "Nice minge, hun." Do you know what I mean?
No, but young girls are getting their labias trimmed because they think that they've got weird vaginas. So I think people should show their vaginas more.
Well, my labias look spaniel's lugs.
Really?
I've got one longer than the other.
Do you know what? There's a place, right? Oh, really? I love the way we're explaining how they look.
Well, it's either that or we show you, and I don't think that's appropriate.
I don't think that's appropriate for this show. No. Please, comments. Fucking no comments for this, please. Go on.
Yeah, but mine is a health hazard, because when I do outdoor wheeze, the superior labia lip pushes the wee over to the right and it goes down my leg and in my shoe.
The superior lady.
Yeah,
so yeah.
No, labia lip.
Labia.
It's my left. Thanks for asking, Danny.
Oh, your left. Right. Okay. So you've got a superior one, and you've got. I'll tell you what. We'll finish on one more before we go. Right. What do we do? Let's go with D. People who eat cheese and jam sandwiches.
Disgusting, clatty, minging, awful, disgusting. Why? My sister used to do it. My other sister used to do it. And my auntie tried to make me do it. And I nearly smashed her fucking windows. It's not right. Chili jam, okay, but not fucking straight out the packet.
Yeah, chili jam, I get that. But it's like jam with fucking chutney or stuff like that. That's absolutely fine. But actual, like, Hartley's jam. Sorry, I don't.
Danny's frozen. So what do you think?
I don't want to say
back on, Lily.
This is going to be a
jam
of the hamburger knife and fork incident.
Do you eat cheese and jam?
Oh, we're back. Do you know what? I mentioned Hartley's jam. I think Hartley's have got something to do with BT Internet, and they fucking cut me off. That's what's gone on.
Well, while you were gone, Danny, I had a confession, and now Dee hates me. So
Really?
I think we should
No,
end the
it's
show there.
Danny, this is what fucking everything you say. I fucking hate it, but I love you, and I don't fucking like that. I don't like the fact that I have fuck all in common. I have fuck all in common with her.
Lily is lovely, though, isn't she?
Esther, me and Esther all day, no, I have fuck all in common with her. But I like her. What the fuck is going on?
Do you know what? Lily and Esther could come over and tell you you've got fucking 6 weeks to live, and you'd go, "Oh, thanks."
Oh, thank you.
You know what I mean?
Thanks, guys.
Anyway, listen, we've come to our time. Before we go, Lily, have you got anything to plug before we go?
Just the Pictionary show I do with Esther Manito every Wednesday that both Danny and Dee have been on, and they had a great
amazing
time.
show, by the way. And my drawing of you was amazing, wasn't it, Lil?
It was incredible. I've got it up in my bin.
Yeah,
it's called Drawn Together, and it's on jokepit.com, so check it out.
It's on my platform as well.
And your platform, yeah.
Yes.
And everyone comes looking for you. They're like, "Where the fuck is Dee? I'm not watching this."
It's all there. Dee, before we go, what have you got to plug?
I would like to plug or promote or elevate my vagina. No,
Beautiful.
Anyway, what day is it, guys? Thursday?
If you subscribe and you go on a Patreon channel, she might show you a vagina. And
exactly.
It's £100 a month. And I won't commission because I've come up with the fucking idea. Right? So there we go.
Sunday, late show. We're on it at 10 p.m.
Perfect. Lovely stuff. And I do the Many Faces of Danny Porcel every Wednesday. Thank you so much, guys. It's been a pleasure once again. Join us next week for more things that piss us off, and I'll see you later on. Bye.
Bye.